Hello, everybody, and how are you? Thank you for joining me another day. It's God's day, and all of us we are out to face the world today. I hope that you're feeling okay. You are in the best of health. For those who lost their loved ones over the weekend, may their soul rest in eternal peace. For those who are ill in hospital or at home, I wish you a speedy and full recovery. For those who are facing all sorts of challenges, marital challenges, family challenges, job challenges, I wish you recover as quickly as possible and continue with your normal life, and God be with you. Now, last week we had left it at the point where I had joined Gifu University, School of Medicine in Gifu. It's about 3 hours by bullet train, also known as Shinkansen. So I had sent my luggage first. You cannot take check-in luggage or heavy luggage on the bullet train. So you have to send it as a parcel beforehand, which is very convenient because the parcel goes to exactly to the point where you'll be going and you'll find it there. So I did that, and I checked in at the International Student Center. As I told you, I was there with other students from India, from Ghana, from Zambia, China, and I think I told you how we had to pay in coins the gas meter in the common kitchen for you to cook. You had to pay the meters in your room to get electricity and to warm your blankets because it was midwinter. It was very, very cold. It was freezing temperatures all the time. And so I reported on my first day, and my supervisor, Dr. Yamamoto, was there, Professor Ezaki, and other people. I quickly made friends, and I was very quickly made a graduate assistant, teaching other graduate students on methodology. Mainly, it was the PFGE, pulse field gel electrophoresis, extraction of DNA, and identification of pathogenic bacteria using the guanine and cytosine. You may not know that all living things are made up of 4 amino acids: adenosine, cytosine, thiamine, and guanine, or uracil for non-human or non-primate living things. So that was my main work and my study. So extracting these, and also the other work that I was involved in was the determining, extracting the fatty acids from diarrheal stool samples, and determining the GC percent, guanine cytosine percent in these bacteria, to see the normal flora, the normal bacteria that are in the gut of a human being, and how this changes with disease. So life was good there, relaxed, nothing challenging. I had to quickly learn how to go to the market to buy my food, what to do with myself over the weekend. Pretty boring. I didn't bring over my TV from Tokyo. I left it there until the time that I would go back because it was going to be cumbersome. And one thing I didn't tell you, and I'm touching this because of the serving culture that I talked about in my previous podcast, is that we were getting paid every 2 months. So when I go to Gifu now, the wish of every Kenyan at that time who went to Japan was to buy a camera, to buy a TV, to buy a video cassette recorder, and to buy a car. Even though at that time it was still slightly difficult to bring in cars, but we tried all this. Excuse me. We tried all the same. So I identified a company called Autorec in Nagoya. Nagoya is not far from Tokyo, from Gifu, about 1 hour away. So it's like the distance of between Nakuru and Nairobi. I'm sorry. and Nairobi, and by train, express train, it just takes less than an hour. So I would go to Nagoya and check these vehicles with my friend from the other countries. There was Dr. Chipepo Kankasa, whose mother was the Zambian ambassador in Kenya, but she was in a different city. So we would go and identify those cars. There was also another fellow from Namibia who was very knowledgeable in cars. So I identified this Nissan Sunny B12. Year of manufacture, I think, was 1988 or 89. So it was pretty in pretty good condition, and the total cost was about 600,000 yen. So I started paying that slowly. It was the first car I was buying, and I shared that with my family, and they're very excited. My son, my eldest son, had written me a letter that, Dad, bring me a car from Japan and shoes with lights. He was 4 years old at that time. I still have that letter with me to date. So that was essentially the life there. I don't have a lot of things to say, so I'll meet you tomorrow. But anyway, just to know that the focus of today is on saving and buying what you really need. So I eventually bought that car and I shipped it to Kenya. And I'll tell you the kind of things that I went through. That was the first and only car that I ever shipped and got and cleared at the port of Mombasa. I never did that again because of it was a terrible experience. So from that time, if I need a car, I just go to Ngong Road or other yards and I buy a car from there. Yes, those people, they'll make a profit from me, 50,000, 60,000, but this hassle that they save you is worth every coin that they charge you as profit. So bye, and see you tomorrow.